Hi guys and girls, welcome to Tools in Action. I am aka the Jigster, and here we'll be looking at the JCB 2100 watt half and quarter inch router. Now, if you're on the market for a meaty router but don't have the money to afford the more expensive models out there, then this is well worth considering. Retailing at around £100, although I saw it just recently on the B&Q website clearance section for £68, I think. However, it's only available for click and collect, and it probably won't be in a store near you. But at £100, it's a safe bet, and over the years, it's been a reliable workhorse for me. Main features include a power adjustment setting or variable speed control, depth stop, plunge dial, side fence with micro adjustment, and dust extraction facility, which is not too shabby. Accessories include a spanner and quarter-inch collet, which I've misplaced, but I do not need it for this demonstration, so I will find it in due course. Now, I have no need for the micro adjustment dial, depth stop, or dust extraction facility, so they will not feature in this video. Now let's take a look at the plunge dial, located right here. It has a maximum plunge of 50 millimeters, and to engage it, simply press the router down till you make contact with the surface you're working on, and turn this lever up to lock the router in place. Once it's locked in place, you can turn the dial. Each 360 revolution will plunge the router 2 millimeters. Okay, now onto the power adjustment setting or variable speed control, located right here. You can't see it's not in the shot, but it has a range from 1 to 6, 1 being the lowest, 6 being the highest. Depending on what material you're working on, you can set it accordingly. Now the motor will output 11,500 to 28,600 revolutions per minute. Okay, now onto the trigger. It's a safety trigger, so if you can see, there's a button right there. You need to press this button down, and then you can engage the motor. Okay, now that's it for this view. I'm gonna go to handheld mode so I can give you more of a bird's eye 360 view of the setup and what I'm about to do. Okay, cam in hand for a sneak peek behind the scenes. Here is a face view of the JCB router. And here we're looking at the parallel guide. Initially the rods it came with were too short, so I went and purchased a pair of 8mm steel rods from Leyland SDM, seen here, because I wanted to implement a dual guide system. This gives it more stability by locking in the router, eliminating human error. I also made a couple of inner fences that slide onto the steel rods and rest on the workpiece. Now I've clamped down a couple of pieces of wood, one at the front and one at the rear. And together with the inner fence, this router is now quad fenced. I can now excavate this area without worrying about overshooting my mark. Now the dust extraction is pretty basic, and I would not recommend you doing this, but it works for me. I'm using the hose from my Mirka handheld sander, which I've attached to an empty roll of cling film coupled to my Dyson, using some brass tubing that I salvaged from an old-fashioned wall lamp. It has a snug fit, so it's ideal. Now this is my lighting, there and there. If you can see the brass tubing here as well, that's what it was intended for. However, I made this little extra box out of a bottle of port casing that I got for Christmas. and I've turned it into a little lamp so I can have a little bit more light depending on what direction and stuff. And there you can see where my camera is clamped down. That's for my camera. Okay, so there's the setup. So the only thing left to do is see this tool in action. To carry out this operation, I'll be using a Trend Tungsten Carbide 10mm 2 flute straight bit, the go-to brand for router bits. This is from their Craft Pro range. They have a trade and a professional range, which is awesome but expensive. Let's see if this little lady will give us a twirl. How nice. She pirouettes like a Russian ballerina. Okay, I need to excavate 8mm of material, which I'll be doing in 2 stages, dropping 4mm each stage. Okay, I'm boxed in. Time to clear the area. And time to turn on my dust extraction unit, gear up, and get this demo done and dusted. And there you go. Okay, I'll be giving you a little view of what I've done. There you go. Job done. Very crisp, very clean, and smooth to the touch. Very smooth. Job well done. As you can see, the router stayed within a confined area, so I could excavate the material without having to look at what I'm doing. Could have done it with a blindfold on. That's 1 hole down, got 3 to go. We'll not be demoing those, obviously. Let's take a closer look. Focus. And you can see the lines are very clean, very clean. And this is the Trend Craft Pro range, which is not, you know, the top of the line stuff, and still very good job. So all in all, that's a wrap. I am aka the Jigster. Thanks for watching Tools in Action, and take care. Goodbye.